Whimsical DIY Fairy Houses, recycled and natural materials from magical gardens. Creating whimsical fairy houses from recycled and natural materials is a delightful way to transform your garden into a magical haven. These enchanting mini dwellings capture the imagination and bring a sense of wonder to any outdoor space. In this article, we'll explore the world of DIY fairy houses, offering tips and inspiration on using what you have while weaving a little magic into your surroundings. Join us on this creative journey where sustainability meets fantasy, and learn how to craft charming abodes for your tiny garden residence.
Before we jump into the next video, don't forget to hit that like button, share this with your friends, and of course, subscribe to Little Big Living for more awesome content coming your way.
The appeal of fairy houses. Fairy houses have long captured the hearts of both children and adults alike. They evoke a sense of nostalgia and wonder, reminiscent of childhood tales filled with mystical creatures and enchanted worlds. By creating these tiny structures, you invite a touch of whimsy into your garden, encouraging imagination and playfulness. Moreover, these charming creations provide a unique opportunity to connect with nature and celebrate the beauty of the outdoors. Embracing sustainability. One of the most appealing aspects of crafting fairy houses is the opportunity to repurpose materials you already have. Using recycled and natural items not only makes the process cost-effective, but also environmentally friendly. By choosing to upcycle old objects and utilize natural elements found in your garden, you contribute to a sustainable lifestyle and reduce waste. This practice aligns beautifully with the ethos of living in harmony with nature, which is at the heart of fairy lore. Gathering materials. The first step in crafting your fairy house is gathering materials. Look around your home and garden for items that can be transformed into tiny dwellings. Broken pottery, old wooden boxes, and glass jars can serve as the base structures. Meanwhile, twigs, leaves, and stones can be used for decoration. Keep an open mind and let your creativity guide you. The beauty of fairy houses is that they can be made from virtually anything, allowing for endless possibilities. Building the base. Once you have your materials, it's time to start building the base of your fairy house. Consider the size and shape you want, and use a sturdy material to form the foundation. Old wooden crates or large stones make excellent bases. Remember, fairy houses don't have to be perfect. In fact, their charm often lies in their imperfections. Embrace the quirks and irregularities of the materials you choose, and let them dictate the design of your house. Adding natural elements. Incorporate elements from nature to enhance the magical feel of your fairy house. Use twigs to create fences or ladders, and leaves or moss for roofing. Pebbles and small stones can line pathways leading up to the door. These natural materials blend seamlessly into the garden environment, making the fairy house appear as though it has always been there. Plus, they provide an authentic touch that ties the structure to its surroundings. Creating doors and windows. The doors and windows are key features on any fairy house, inviting visitors to imagine the tiny inhabitants within. Use small pieces of bark or wood for doors, and draw on details with permanent markers. Windows can be made from bottle caps or cutout shapes from old plastic containers. Paint them with bright colors to add a pop of whimsy. These small details make your fairy house more inviting and add to its storybook charm. Embellishing with recycled finds. Recycled materials offer a treasure trove of embellishments for your fairy house. Bottle caps, buttons, and broken jewelry can become doorknobs, lanterns, or garden decor. Even old keys or screws can find new life in your creation. These small touches personalize your fairy house, making it unique and full of character. Plus, using these materials teaches the value of resourcefulness and creativity in everyday life. Crafting miniature gardens. Enhance the surroundings of your fairy house with a miniature garden. Use small plants like succulents, herbs, or ground covers to create a lush landscape. Add tiny furniture, such as benches or tables, crafted from twigs and bark. These gardens not only add to the visual appeal of the fairy house, but also provide a habitat for real-life insects and critters, further integrating your creation into the natural world. Incorporating water features. Add an enchanting touch to your fairy house with a miniature water feature. A small dish or shallow bowl can become a pond, filled with water and decorated with floating leaves or flower petals. If you're feeling ambitious, create a tiny waterfall using a pump and some stones. The sound and movement of water add a dynamic element to your fairy garden, bringing it to life and creating a serene atmosphere. Lighting up the night. Fairy houses truly come alive when illuminated at night. Add a magical glow with solar-powered lights or tiny LED string lights. Place them strategically around your fairy house to highlight its features and cast enchanting shadows. This not only enhances the visual appeal of your creation, but also extends its enjoyment into the evening hours. Watching your fairy house sparkle in the twilight is a reward for your hard work and creativity. Seasonal themes and variations. Change the decorations of your fairy house with the seasons to keep it fresh and exciting. In spring, add blossoms and pastel colors. In summer, incorporate seashells and bright hues. Fall can bring leaves and rustic tones, while winter is perfect for a dusting of fake snow and tiny pine cone trees. These seasonal variations keep your fairy house dynamic and allow you to celebrate the natural cycles of the year. Encouraging wildlife. By creating a fairy house, you inadvertently provide a habitat for small creatures. The natural materials in miniature gardens attract insects and birds, contributing to a healthy ecosystem. Consider incorporating bird feeders or bee-friendly plants to encourage more wildlife into your garden. This not only benefits the environment but also adds an element of life and movement to your fairy setup, enriching the overall experience. Involving family and friends. Building a fairy house is a wonderful activity to share with family and friends. It encourages collaboration, creativity, and a shared appreciation for nature. Children, in particular, delight in the imaginative process, and adults can enjoy the satisfaction of crafting something beautiful with their hands. Hosting a fairy house building party can be a fun way to bond and create lasting memories together. Hosting fairy-themed events. Once your fairy house is complete, consider hosting a fairy-themed event in your garden. Invite friends and family to admire your creation and encourage them to dress up as fairies or woodland creatures. Serve fairy-inspired treats and drinks, and enjoy games and activities that celebrate the whimsical theme. Such events are not only entertaining but also foster a sense of community and shared joy. Capturing the magic. Don't forget to capture the magic of your fairy house with photographs. Documenting your creation allows you to share it with others and preserve the memories of your creative journey. Experiment with different angles and lighting, especially during the golden hours of dawn and dusk. These photos can be shared on social media or kept in a personal album as a reminder of the enchanting world you've created. Sharing your creation. Sharing your fairy house with others not only spreads joy, but also inspires creativity. Consider creating a blog or social media account dedicated to your fairy house projects. Share tips, ideas, and photos, and connect with a community of like-minded enthusiasts. This exchange of ideas can lead to new friendships and collaborations, enriching your experience and expanding your creative horizons. Expanding your fairy world. Once you've mastered one fairy house, why stop there? Expand your fairy world by creating an entire village or series of houses. Each new creation can have its own theme or story, adding depth and complexity to your garden. This ongoing project provides a creative outlet and a sense of accomplishment as your fairy world grows and evolves. It also keeps your garden dynamic and full of surprises. Final thoughts. Crafting whimsical DIY fairy houses is more than just a creative project. It's a journey into a world of imagination and sustainability. By using recycled and natural materials, you create beautiful, eco-friendly structures that delight the senses and enchant the soul. These miniature dwellings not only enhance your garden, but also foster a deeper connection with nature and a sense of wonder in everyday life. Embrace the magic and let your creativity flourish as you embark on this enchanting adventure.